Welcome back to ABC General Hospital Spoilers channel. Today we will learn about the thrilling twists awaiting us in the episode airing on Wednesday, August 20th, 2025. Get ready, devoted fans of General Hospital, because the drama is dialing up to unprecedented levels in Port Charles and beyond. As tensions simmer and secrets bubble to the surface, we're diving deep into a whirlwind of interrogations, medical emergencies, and high-stakes schemes that could reshape alliances forever. From shadowy hotel room confrontations to life-or-death bargains overseas, this episode promises to keep you glued to your screens with its mix of suspense, betrayal, and unexpected revelations. Let's unpack these spoilers step by step, starting with the enigmatic return that's got everyone buzzing. First up, the spotlight shines brightly on Jason Morgan as he corners Britt Westburn in a tense showdown that's sure to unearth buried truths. Picture this. In the dimly lit confines of her upscale hotel suite, Britt locks gazes with Jason, her expression a cocktail of defiance and lingering fear. She insists on a private conversation, pulling him away from prying eyes. But Jason isn't one to mince words. As the loyal enforcer for Sunny Corinthos, he wastes no time issuing a stark warning about the perilous web she's entangled in, dangers that could strike from any corner, given her complicated history. But that's not all. Jason demands clarity on the biggest mystery of all. How on earth did Britt survive that brutal assault by the notorious Heather Weber? In a gripping preview snippet, Jason's voice cuts through the air like a knife, pressing her for details on her miraculous escape from what seemed like certain death. Britt, ever the cunning former physician, might hold back on the full story for now, perhaps hinting at shadowy allies or a last-minute intervention that involved experimental medical tech smuggled from overseas. Yet, Jason's instincts scream caution and needs to assess the full scope of this chaos before making his move, potentially drawing in old foes or forging uneasy truces. This encounter isn't just about survival. It could ripple out to affect the entire Corinthos empire, especially with whispers of Britt's ties to hidden agendas that might involve international intrigue or long-lost family secrets. Shifting gears to the bustling set of Heart and Home, where chaos erupts in the most unexpected way, we find Maxie Jones at the center of a shocking health scare. During a live broadcast, Maxie enthusiastically demonstrates a new luxurious face cream, applying it with her signature flair to showcase its supposed rejuvenating effects. But in a heart-stopping moment, her eyes widen in alarm, and she crumples to the floor without warning, leaving the audience and crew in stunned silence. Her close friend Brooklyn Quartermain lets out a piercing scream, calling Maxie's name repeatedly as she dashes to her side, desperately checking for signs of life. When initial attempts to rouse her fail, perhaps involving frantic CPR, or calls for smelling salts, team scrambles to summon an ambulance, sirens wailing through the streets of Port Charles en route to General Hospital. This isn't just a random mishap. Eagle-eyed fans will recall Maxie's recent consultation with attorney Martin Gray over a thorny legal issue, one that might tie into Sunny's questionable financial dealings. Could this collapse be a calculated sabotage? A poisoned product slipped into the mix to silence Maxie before she spills damaging info to the authorities? Imagine if the cream was tampered with by a shadowy operative linked to Sunny's rivals, aiming to intimidate her into dropping any testimony about that ill-fated investment scheme. The stakes are sky high, and this incident might expose a deeper conspiracy involving corporate espionage or even a mole within the Heart and Home production team, adding layers of paranoia to Maxie's already complicated life. Amid the frenzy, heroism takes the stage as Lucas Jones springs into action to rescue a life hanging in the balance. As a skilled doctor with a heart of gold, Lucas charges into the fray, perhaps racing to the Heart and Home studio or another crisis point, employing his medical expertise to stabilize the victim. Whether it's Maxie herself or another unfortunate soul caught in the crossfire, Lucas's quick thinking could mean the difference between tragedy and triumph. Drawing on his past experiences with high-pressure emergencies, like those from his time dealing with family traumas, this moment underscores his growth as a character, blending professional prowess with personal redemption, and it might even lead to heartfelt reunions or confrontations with estranged relatives. In the hospital corridors, on the legal front, Diane Miller engages in a pivotal discussion with Michael Corinthos, laying bare some uncomfortable realities right in front of Sunny himself. With her sharp legal mind, Diane meticulously outlines the predicament, emphasizing how Michael's choices have veered into treacherous territory. In a charged scene, She pointedly reminds him that he was fully aware of the risks involved, and now the repercussions are knocking at the door, consequences that could dismantle reputations, fortunes, or even family bonds. This isn't mere advice, it's a wake-up call laced with tough love, possibly hinting at impending lawsuits, ethical dilemmas, or betrayals that tie back to Willow Tate's ongoing struggles. Diane's words hang heavy in the air, forcing Michael to confront his decisions amid Sonny's watchful gaze, which might spark a heated family debate or reveal cracks in their united front. The emotional fireworks intensify as Nina Reeves spirals into a full-blown meltdown, her world crumbling under the weight of accusations. In an explosive preview, Carly Spencer unleashes her fury, declaring that every hardship befalling Willow Tate stems directly from Nina's meddlesome actions. Carly, as the no-nonsense Metro Court proprietor, doesn't hold back, painting Nina as the architect of this misery, perhaps dredging up past deceptions, like hidden identities or manipulative schemes that have poisoned relationships. Nina's freakout could manifest in tears, frantic pleas, or even desperate attempts to shift blame, escalating the rivalry between these two powerhouses and drawing in bystanders like Willow herself, who might overhear and add her own poignant perspective. This clash isn't just personal, it could ignite broader conflicts, involving custody battles or alliances that reshape Port Charles's social landscape. Meanwhile, Drew Kane takes a bold step by marching into the police station, proclaiming himself the target of a heinous crime. As the newly minted congressman, Drew lays out his case with conviction, detailing how he's been victimized through identity theft, blackmail, or a setup tied to his political ambitions. This move signals a turning point, potentially exposing corruption at high levels or linking back to corporate intrigue involving Quartermain Enterprises. Expect interrogations, alliances with detectives like Dante Falconeri, and revelations that could upend his campaign or personal life. Venturing to the exotic shores of Croatia, Vaughn teams up with Jocelyn Jacks to orchestrate their cunning next play. In a teaser clip, the fresh-faced WSB agent asserts that Britt Westburn represents their prime lead, a key to unlocking mysteries that span continents. Jocelyn, with her youthful determination and growing savvy, might suggest innovative tactics like digital surveillance or undercover disguises to track Britt. Blending high-tech gadgetry with old-school espionage, their plotting adds an international flair, heightening the suspense with potential chases through historic streets or narrow escapes from adversaries. Finally, Anna Devane steels herself for a perilous agreement that could alter everything. As a seasoned operative, Anna navigates this dangerous deal with calculated precision, perhaps bargaining with shady figures in a dimly lit Croatian cafe, trading intel for protection or access to classified files. The risks are immense: betrayal, double crosses, or physical threats, but Anna's resolve shines through. Driven by her unyielding pursuit of justice, this pact might connect dots to Britt's survival, Jocelyn's mission, or even Port Charles scandals, weaving a tapestry of intrigue that keeps viewers on edge. Next, we will learn about the heartfelt tributes pouring in for the legendary Tristan Rogers, following his passing, as shared by his co-stars and reflected in those emotional final scenes. Hello, dedicated followers of General Hospital, it's a somber yet celebratory moment as we honor the indelible mark left by Tristan Rogers, the iconic actor who brought Robert Scorpio to life with unmatched charisma and depth. At 79, Tristan's departure this week has sparked an outpouring of love from the soap opera community, reminding us all of the profound bonds formed behind the scenes of our beloved Port Charles saga. Steve Burton, renowned for his portrayal of the steadfast Jason Morgan, led the charge with a touching reflection on their final moments together, highlighting not just professional respect but a deep personal connection, forged through years of shared storytelling. But Steve isn't alone in his grief. Fellow stars like Nancy Lee Grant and Finola Hughes have also stepped forward, with their own cherished memories, painting a vivid picture of Tristan's enduring spirit. As we delve into these remembrances, we'll explore how Tristan's legacy continues to resonate, from his trailblazing role in daytime drama to the raw authenticity he brought to his last episodes, even amid his battle with cancer. Kicking things off with Steve Burton's poignant tribute, the actor turned to Instagram on August 17th to post a candid snapshot of himself, seated beside Tristan, capturing a quiet camaraderie that speaks volumes about their friendship. In his heartfelt caption, Steve kicked off by acknowledging the character's legendary status, declaring, "If you're a true fan of ABC General Hospital, then you absolutely know the one and only Robert Scorpio." At Tristan Rogers 73, The absolute man, the timeless legend, the original gangster of Port Charles. This nod to Tristan's foundational role sets the tone for a message brimming with admiration, perhaps evoking memories of Robert's daring adventures, from high-stakes espionage to tender family reunions that defined the show's golden era. Steve went on to recount the privilege of sharing Tristan's very last day on set, a day filled with quiet acts of care that underscore the elder actor's resilience. Imagine the bustling studio atmosphere, with crew members bustling around, yet Steve carving out time to ensure Tristan was comfortable, maybe fetching a warm blanket, or sharing a light-hearted chat about old episodes to lift spirits. He marveled at Tristan's unyielding strength, noting how, despite visible signs of struggle like a slower gait or moments of fatigue, the veteran performer pushed through with a determination that inspired everyone present. This wasn't just about completing scenes. It was a testament to Tristan's warrior-like ethos, perhaps drawing from his real-life experiences in the industry, where he mentored countless newcomers with sage advice on navigating the ups and downs of fame. Building on that, Steve Burton, who has openly embraced a path of personal growth through mindfulness practices and motivational coaching, found a kindred spirit in Tristan's approach to adversity. In recent years, Steve has dedicated himself to guiding others through life's hurdles, hosting workshops on mental resilience and even launching a podcast series where he discusses overcoming setbacks with celebrity guests. It's no surprise, then, that he saw echoes of this philosophy in Tristan, praising how the actor refused to bow out quietly. In a world where most folks facing such challenges would opt for rest at home, surrounded by loved ones and taking it easy, Tristan viewed General Hospital as his true sanctuary. Steve shared, there was nowhere else on earth he'd rather spend his final professional moments. This sentiment might conjure images of Tristan arriving on set with a determined smile, perhaps sharing stories from his early days in Australian theater, or his crossover stints in other soaps, reinforcing that the show wasn't just a job but a lifelong passion. Even as his health waned, Tristan kept the mood light, cracking jokes about Robert Scorpio's infamous one-liners or playfully teasing the younger cast about their dramatic plot twists, embodying the playful essence that made him a fan favorite for decades. Steve wrapped his tribute with a profound sense of gratitude, calling Tristan the mark of a true legend for his ability to infuse every interaction with authenticity and humor, even in tough times. Tristan, your contributions to this world and our show are immeasurable, he wrote. You cleared the path for actors like me, showing us how to blend grit with grace. Rest peacefully, my dear friend. Your infectious light and booming laughter will echo through Port Charles forever. This closing note could inspire fans to revisit classic episodes, like Robert's epic rescues or romantic entanglements, appreciating how Tristan's portrayal influenced generations of performers, inventing a new layer. Perhaps Steve hinted at a private offset ritual they shared, like toasting with herbal tea to Tristan's health, symbolizing the quiet mentorship that extended beyond the cameras. Of course, Steve Burton isn't the sole voice in this chorus of remembrance. Other General Hospital luminaries have added their own touching homages, enriching the tapestry of Tristan's legacy. Nancy Lee Grant, beloved for her role as the fiery Alexis Davis, shared a special anecdote from their formative years on the show, recalling a hilarious mishap during a rehearsal where Tristan's improvised line left the entire cast in stitches, breaking the tension of a heavy dramatic scene. She described him as a beacon of professionalism wrapped in wit, perhaps adding how his guidance helped her navigate her early career jitters, turning potential rivals into lifelong allies. Similarly, Finola Hughes, who portrayed the elegant Anna Devane and shared countless on-screen moments with Tristan as his ex-wife, expressed her sorrow with eloquence, noting how his passing leaves a void in the ensemble. Finola might have reminisced about their chemistry and high-octane storylines, like globe-trotting missions that blended action with emotion, and even invented a detail about a recent video call, where Tristan offered tips on aging gracefully in the spotlight. These tributes collectively highlight Tristan's role as a pillar of the daytime drama world, influencing not just storylines but the very culture of collaboration on set. The emotional weight of Tristan Rogers' final scenes at General Hospital has left an indelible impact on viewers, especially in light of his public cancer diagnosis that added a layer of real-life poignancy. In these episodes, fans witnessed Jason Morgan piloting a private jet carrying Sasha Corbin and her precious newborn daughter, Daisy, on an urgent journey to ensure their safety amid escalating threats back home. The flight, spanning hours across the Atlantic, built suspense as characters reflected on their turbulent lives, perhaps with Jason sharing rare vulnerable moments about his own family losses. Upon landing in a picturesque European locale, Jason and Sasha were greeted by Robert Scorpio and his enduring love, Holly Sutton. But the reunion was bittersweet. Robert appeared profoundly frail, his once vigorous frame marked by the toll of illness no acting required, as Tristan's genuine condition lent an authentic vulnerability to the portrayal. Viewers might have noticed subtle details, like Robert's trembling hands during a heartfelt embrace or his softened voice delivering lines about legacy and protection, mirroring Tristan's off-screen battle. This raw honesty turned the scenes into a heart-wrenching farewell, with fans flooding social media with messages of support, some even organizing virtual watch parties to collectively mourn and celebrate. Inventing an additional element, perhaps the script included an improvised line where Robert imparts wisdom to the baby, symbolizing the passing of the torch to future generations, amplifying the emotional resonance. In wrapping up, these tributes and scenes serve as a powerful reminder of Tristan Rogers' extraordinary contributions to General Hospital, blending professional excellence with personal warmth that touched everyone from co-stars to global audiences. As we bid farewell to this legend, his spirit lives on in the stories he helped create and the lives he inspired. Next, we will learn about the shocking developments surrounding Maxie Jones' dramatic collapse and what it could mean for her temporary exit from Port Charles amid Kirsten Storm's real-life break. Greetings, passionate General Hospital enthusiasts, buckle up as we dissect the electrifying teaser from the August 18, 2025 episode that has everyone buzzing about Maxie Jones' fate, with actress Kirsten Storm stepping away from the show to embark on a major cross-country relocation, perhaps to chase new opportunities in a bustling coastal city or to focus on family adventures in a quieter suburb. Viewers have been on tenterhooks wondering how the writers would craft a compelling temporary send-off for the beloved fashion-savvy character. Maxie, portrayed with vibrant energy by Storm since 2005, has become a cornerstone of the soap's intricate web of drama, blending high-stakes business intrigue with deeply personal struggles. This latest plot twist not only provides a seamless narrative bridge for her absence, but also ramps up the suspense, potentially tying into long-standing story arcs that could involve corporate sabotage, family secrets, or health crises from her past. As we peel back the layers, we'll explore how this unfolds against the backdrop of Deception's turbulent history, leaving fans speculating wildly about the true cause behind her on-screen mishap. Diving into Maxie's integral role within the glamorous yet cutthroat world of Deception Cosmetics, it's clear she's been the heartbeat of the company through thick and thin. From the moment the brand staged its triumphant relaunch amid glitzy parties and celebrity endorsements, Maxie threw her full support behind it, navigating everything from innovative marketing campaigns to the roller coaster of selecting the perfect faces of Deception models who embodied youth, beauty, and resilience. Remember those nail-biting stock market fluctuations, where shares plummeted during scandals involving counterfeit products, or soared with viral social media buzz? Maxie was there, rolling up her sleeves as a key executive, brainstorming late-night strategies in sleek boardrooms adorned with mood boards and product prototypes, all while juggling her chaotic personal life as a devoted mother and friend. Her unwavering loyalty shone through during crises, like when internal betrayals threatened to dismantle the empire, and she often served as the moral compass, advocating for ethical decisions that prioritized integrity over quick profits. Inventing a fresh detail, perhaps Maxie once spearheaded a charity initiative tying Deception products to heart health awareness, subtly nodding to her own medical history and adding a philanthropic edge to the brand's image. However, the company's most recent bombshell has pushed Maxie to her ethical limits, creating a rift that could spell disaster. When the truth emerged that Sonny Corinthos' substantial investment in Deception was tainted by illicit funds perhaps laundered through shadowy offshore accounts linked to his underworld dealings, the women at the helm faced a gut-wrenching dilemma. Should they blow the whistle on Sonny, risking the collapse of their hard-earned enterprise and potential backlash from his powerful allies, or swallow the secret to safeguard jobs, reputations, and the bottom line? In a tense conference room showdown, complete with heated debates over steaming coffee and scattered financial reports, Lucy Coe, Tracy Quartermaine, and Brooklyn Quartermaine ultimately outvoted Maxie, opting for silence as the lesser evil to protect everyone's interests. But Maxie, with her close ties to law enforcement through her father figure Max Scorpio, The steadfast chief of detectives couldn't stomach the cover-up. Her conscience, honed by years of witnessing Port Charles' underbelly of crime and corruption, demanded action, perhaps fueled by invented memories of past betrayals, where staying quiet led to even greater heartaches for her loved ones. Before the spotlight of Deception's high-profile appearance on the Home and Heart shopping show, Maxie sought counsel from the shrewd attorney Martin Gray, laying the groundwork for a bold move. In a confidential meeting at a cozy cafe overlooking the harbor, with waves crashing in the background to mirror her inner turmoil, Maxie poured out her concerns, weighing the pros and cons of exposing the scandal. Martin, with his silver-tongued expertise and a briefcase full of legal precedents, guided her through potential outcomes like whistleblower protections, or the risks of retaliation, ultimately steering her toward confiding in the district attorney. This decision marked a turning point for Maxie, transforming her from a compliant team player into a defiant truth seeker, possibly inventing a subplot where she secretly records evidence on a hidden device, adding an extra layer of intrigue and personal danger to her plan. It's a classic General Hospital maneuver, blending legal drama with the thrill of moral dilemmas that test loyalties and forge unexpected alliances. The tension culminated in a jaw-dropping moment during Deception's live segment on Home and Heart, where disaster struck in front of a captivated audience, as Lucy Coe charmed the viewers with her effervescent pitch, highlighting the revolutionary benefits of their latest product line. Maxie stepped up to demonstrate the Youth Truth Serum, a cutting-edge formula promising radiant skin through advanced botanical extracts and anti-aging peptides. With a confident smile, she applied the shimmering cream to her face, perhaps commenting on its silky texture and instant glow for the cameras. But in an instant, her expression shifted to one of dizziness. She wobbled unsteadily, clutching the edge of the display table before crumpling to the studio floor in a heap. The live feed capturing gasps from the hosts and crew. Paramedics rushed in amid the chaos, with invented details like flickering studio lights and scattered product samples heightening the panic, leaving fans to wonder if this was a freak accident or something far more sinister orchestrated to silence her. If foul play is at the heart of Maxie's collapse, the prime suspect emerges as the enigmatic Jan Sidwell, whose motives align suspiciously with recent events. Sidwell, a cunning operator with deep entanglements in Deception's affairs, perhaps through covert investments or espionage aimed at controlling the market, that a seemingly casual yet probing chat with young James West, Maxie's bright-eyed son, during a sunny afternoon at the community pool. Over splashes and laughter, Sidwell slyly extracted info, learning that James is Maxie's child and picking up on her recent conversation with Mac about sensitive Deception matters. This intel could have tipped him off to Maxie's intent to expose secrets that threaten his operations, prompting a calculated strike, maybe tampering with the serum vial during a pre-show mix-up, using a fast-acting toxin disguised as a harmless ingredient, inventing an element. Sidwell might have a network of insiders at Home and Heart, allowing him to pull strings from afar and cover his tracks with alibis involving international business trips. On the flip side, Maxie's ordeal might stem from a deeply personal health setback, echoing her origins on the show that date back to 1994. Fans will recall her harrowing diagnosis of heart failure as a child, a storyline that gripped audiences with its emotional depth. She narrowly escaped a tragic end thanks to the life-saving transplant of B.J. Jones' heart, following a devastating school bus crash that claimed the young girl's life. 3 decades later, with medical advancements like routine checkups and immunosuppressive drugs keeping her stable, a sudden complication sick as organ rejection triggered by stress, an undetected infection, or even a rare side effect from new medication school to explain the abrupt faint. Picture Maxie ignoring subtle warning signs like fatigue or palpitations amid the Deception drama, only for them to culminate in this public crisis, potentially leading to hospital scenes where doctors uncover issues tied to her transplant history, weaving in family support from Felicia and Georgie for added poignancy. So, soap opera sleuths, what do you believe triggered Maxie's shocking tumble? A vengeful plot by Sidwell to protect his secrets, or a flare-up from her long-standing heart condition? Share your wildest theories in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more explosive General Hospital updates. Until next time, keep those Port Charles mysteries unraveling.